We help businesses manage complex supply chains so that they can grow sustainably and deliver on what they promise. We focus on energy, federal contracting, and small manufacturers that rely on inventory, equipment, or products. Our clients do not just get logistics support. They gain a true partner who sees hidden problems and solves them before they cost time or money. Most of our team are veterans and military spouses, bringing a shared sense of duty, discipline, and mission focus to every project we undertake. And we share our expertise by coaching and educating small businesses, because when they thrive, communities thrive.
My name is Christine Hopkins, and I'm a 5'4" woman with brown hair, a blue polo, and black pants. We help small businesses and large businesses that have complex supply chain problems, but let's talk about why that matters. Before our founder passed away, he made one final request of me, and that was not to let the company die with him. So I made that promise and took over a company on the verge of collapse due to over-reliance on the energy sector. I stayed to fight for what we had built, but that meant shifting into new industries. So we still serve large energy companies that are outsourcing supply chain functions. We also serve federal agencies that need logistics support and small manufacturers that are looking to scale. We provide a mix of business process outsourcing services and consulting services, and we build relationships and build trust through long-term partnerships and providing real content online. That trust leads to repeat customers, referrals, and stronger proposals. When supply chains fail, it's people that pay the price, not just in dollars, but in time. We have one customer in Alaska that told us it used to take 6 months for a simple box of pens to arrive because the military rightly prioritized critical shipments, but that left people in remote areas scrambling for basic supplies. That same box of pens now takes 3 days to arrive. We remove the friction so that people can do their jobs. We're also working with a small coalition of manufacturers in Alaska to put together a shared logistics model. That looks like a warehouse in Tacoma to consolidate shipments and a cross-dock in Anchorage to streamline deliveries. Through sourcing together, consolidating shipments, and streamlining deliveries, we're saving them money, time, and making them more competitive. And when the Dalton Highway flooded and the supply lines to Alaska's North Slope were shut off, one of our customers desperately needed supplies and nothing was moving. So we joined in the emergency response, flew in critical items, and helped them redesign their staging system. We showed up when things got hard, and that's how we build long-term partnerships. Most of our employees are military veterans, but transitioning out of the military isn't easy. They often lack the resources and support necessary to adapt, and most companies think that that's too big of a risk. We don't. We invest in them and support them through that. And that is why we have a leadership team that's been with us an average of 16 years in an industry where turnover is the norm. We're through the recovery stage and growing steadily through multi-year labor contracts that provide predictability, even on low margins. We know our numbers, we know our cost to deliver, and we know how to protect our margins while we're scaling. To assist with that scaling, we are in the process of securing some SBA funding to provide some additional working capital and help fund compliance costs, while also providing startup capital for large federal contracts. Because here's the truth, the cost of doing business with the federal government is a barrier to entry for most small businesses. And this prize money would help offset that cost of compliance. Cybersecurity costs alone cost us more than $100,000 a year. And $10,000 may sound like a drop in the bucket, but every dollar we don't have to spend on red tape is a dollar that we can put into our people and into our customers. So whether it is a soldier on base or a small manufacturer trying to keep the lights on, we help people do what they came to work to do. We provide stability and we help others thrive. Thank you.
Who wants to go first?
I can. So you've developed proprietary tools like Smart Tracker and Smart Stager. We just saw on the screen here that you brought up cybersecurity. How are you, what practices are you doing that will ensure your customers and clients' proprietary information are safe?
That's a very complicated question. So for the federal government, there's a whole list of requirements that we have to comply with. On the commercial side, it's very similar, especially in the oil and gas or energy sector. So that's where that $100,000 comes in. So it's a lot of procedures. It is a lot of monitoring, a lot of logging, validation of logins, multi-factor authentication, making sure that we have redundancies in place to ensure that everything is being protected and nefarious actors can't worm their way through.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how to ask you a question. It's so in depth that I don't know where to begin. I'll just add a side question. As far as community aside from business, what is the company interested in? Like, where you put your money into the community?
A couple of different things. So primarily, we fund children and veterans. So when we're looking for things to support and how we encourage our employees to donate their time and their money, it is for services that support either children in need or veteran and military spouse programs.
Thank
So
you.
my personal passion is the fallen outdoors.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you talk a bit about your market strategy? Obviously, you mentioned some industries that are incredibly resourced and very much in need of what you guys do. How do you guys stay fresh when it comes to strategizing within that market?
Yeah, so it varies whether we're looking at the commercial side or the federal side. So the federal side is a lot more complex, especially with everything that's going on right now. The benefit of the federal side is it's all public. We can see it posted, we know when things expire, we know what's coming up, and we can build our strategy around what's coming up that fits with what we do. On the commercial side, it is a lot of relationship building, traveling to conferences, getting to know people, leveraging relationships, following the money, right? So there's a lot of infrastructure projects going on right now and figuring out where that money's going, where it's happening, who do we know in that area.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you've been successful for over 2 decades in a really volatile energy market. What practices and, that are within your culture that have allowed you to stay adaptive and resilient through industry shifts?
Honestly, internally, it's a culture of transparency, being willing to talk about the hard things and the problems and the challenges, and being willing to pivot when the direction you're going isn't the right direction. And that's hard.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.